Howdy, my friend, and welcome or welcome back. It's so good to see you here today. We are starting the Rags to Ranches finally. I have created Clara. She is kind of mainly focused on using items from the new Horse Ranch pack. I wanted to really just kind of savor every moment of that pack, so just want to give you a quick look at her. I spent some time, had actually recorded a speed cast of both her and her horse, and unfortunately those files didn't do well. It all ties into the issues I was having with the game, but luckily I was able to save them, and we're going to pop them into a new game and start things out, but I wanted to give you a look at them first. So I just kind of made use of a lot of the items that came with the pack here. I just did one outfit for each. Eventually, as she has more income, it would make sense for her, to have a little bit more of a wardrobe, I guess. Kentucky here was a kind of genetic experiment between a Clydesdale and a Palomino, and this is what we came up with. Now, Kentucky's name was randomized. I'm not great at the whole naming horses things. If you ask me to name a cat or a dog, I've got a million ideas for you. But I haven't spent a lot of time around horses, so it's not something I was super familiar with. But I really liked how Kentucky turned out, and so here we are. Let's hop on into the game and get us set up. There's always the question of what season to begin in. Now, I pretty much always exclusively begin in spring because I'm almost always exclusively doing some sort of Rags to Riches gameplay, which I'm doing again today. But I decided to challenge myself a little bit this time, and we're going to start in fall. I'm really doing this in part because I'm curious what kind of weather is actually happening in Chestnut Ridge. It's not, between the different zones of this town, I really don't know what to expect. So I wanted to really get in there and take a look. Now, for some reason, she only has 16 simoleons, so we're going to have to do some quick cheating and get her placed. Now, I have had lots of debate with myself over where to place her also. The main focus that I intend to make here is on, first of all, finding and establishing some kind of household. We will have to do a bit of, digging up things and foraging and that sort of thing to get started. But my goal is to become a nectary, I guess would be the word here. Apparently we can't drink wine in The Sims, so it has to be nectar. So I think we're going to be really doing well if we start with a large lot. And that leaves these two lots. And I've gone back and forth, but I really think we're going to go with the biggest lot. I kind of like how it's set up here. I will leave things as they are as far as the trees and everything, and then we will build off of that. I'd rather not have to bulldoze a lot, so that was part of my decision here. So a little cheating, and we will see you on the lot. All right, we have moved in. We're just going to go ahead and cheat away her simoleons so that we are starting with literally nothing except, the clothes on our back and whatever happens to be on this lot. We did get a message here. Congratulations, you have a horse. Owning a horse is a way of life that requires hard work, training, and lots of care. To properly care for a horse, you'll need a handful of items. Stock up from build mode through objects by room, go to the outdoors section, and then animals. Helpful items may include Hey Now animal feeder, Hey Now horse water trough, Hey Now horse bed, Hey Now one big ball, and horse jumps or barrels. All right. Really kind of keeping it with some variety there on the names, I guess. But Now, one thing I did notice from watching some others, I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about horse jumps and such because there are plenty of them in the world. But we do need to get these two set up because winter will be here soon enough, and we don't want anyone suffering too much. Now, these first few, days, the first episode, especially of a Rags to Riches type Let's Play, can be a little dull, so we will do what we can to try to keep it all, moving along. But I have heard that this prairie grass, which is a new feature, can be quite valuable, and you will find a lot of interesting stuff hiding out in here. On top of finding things in it, you can also feed your horse with it. So that will be super helpful because it's going to serve multiple purposes. Now, I will be tempted, I think, to sell some of it. I would like to really focus on just using new features to make money. So even though I'm sure that there are a variety of, dig spots and frogs and that sort of thing around the world, I want to avoid using those. I will go ahead and do anything with plants. If I find some grapes or other fruits around the area, I definitely am not afraid to use those because I want to build a winery, so a vineyard of some sort is going to be helpful. And let's see, we actually did find one. All right, let's harvest that grape. Head on over there. Now, on top of doing all of the, harvesting and digging and all of that we need to do, we also need to work on our horse skills because that is part of this whole situation. We definitely want to have that available to us. I think we're going to hop back to our home lot and go ahead and get that planted right away. I feel like we have so much property here, and I don't know. I think a nice sunny spot is going to be where we want to start with this. So we're going to go ahead and have her run over and plant that. Okay, she wants to make simoleons selling nectar. I think that's definitely going to be a place to start, and that is actually something I forgot to mention. That is her aspiration, to be an expert nectar maker. So, of course, she's going to start seeing some of those come up. Also, looking through here, we set her as a horse lover, and I set her as loves the outdoors and an animal enthusiast. The rest of this is just stuff that shows up because of my mods and stuff, but we're going to get started here. I am wondering if we are going to get a housewarming type situation. I have a mod in that I meant to remove, but it's preventing the custom housewarming that happens with this pack. So, yeah, I don't know if we're going to see anyone come over because she doesn't actually know anyone. Okay, I'm just checking the area real quick to see if I can find more things that I can harvest. Yep, it looks like we've got some more grass over here. I do think it might benefit us to start riding that horse so that we don't have to walk all of these distances. That is one thing. This world is vast, and because of... Oh, no, she got to it before I did. Dang it. All right. So it's definitely built for, riding a horse. That was the intention. So all of this running is going to take time. Did you just see something in this area? What the heck is happening in here? Am I crazy? It really looked like something happened over in here. Alright, well that looks like there's all to harvest right now. Okay. I didn't get any special treats from that, but... Alright, let's head back to our horse. Okay. Hunger is low. I wonder if we can feed her some of this. Yeah. Or him. Sorry, I think it's a him. I forgot to check. I made the horse. You'd think I could remember that. All right. Actually, we should have that in our panel here. All right. Let's see. Open profile. Okay, we have a mare. It's her. I should have known. Yeah, it looks like, sorry, it looks like we kept some of our skills from before. I thought I had removed all of that. So much for cheats. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. All right, so Kentucky was also nice enough to drop a pile of stuff here for us. Well, we did become friends with Kentucky now, so that's good. We're getting somewhere. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can talk to. Let's build a little bit of a little additional friendship, so that maybe we can go ahead and mount and try to ride around a little bit, get some more riding skills. I just realized, I wonder if there's a way to change the teeth. I don't think there was an option there. So I'm wondering if all of their teeth are the same, or if I just missed that setting. Oh, Kentucky likes that. It's one happy horse. I love the little bow on the butt. All right, we're gonna hop up there. There we go. We are getting a little bit of lag again, probably because I'm running recording software now too, unfortunately. All right, can we ride over here? Oh, yep, she's a little awkward. I mean, understandable. Up until today, basically, she's never been on a horse, so I would expect that. Whoa, whoa. Now let's see. Whoops. I wonder if we can we do it? Can we practice barrels? Yeah. She's a little bit like, thinking about it. Wait, I think we'll do it. Oh, she acquired the agility skill. Kentucky's new skill in agility will begin to help her perform better when using horse barrels. As the skill increases, she will also perform at certain community jobs and the barrel racing, Western Pleasure, and Ultimate Horse Championship competitions. To track horse skill progress, select Open Profile on Kentucky in the Relationships panel. Okay, that sounds good. Alright, we gotta keep an eye here on Clara's needs also. We don't want to let those get too out of control. This is already popping up pretty good. Why would you want to join the civil designer career right now and go bird watching? I mean, that one I don't blame you. There's probably some pretty cool birds around here. Is this the one? Yeah, that's the one we already got. All right, I think we're gonna travel into town and kind of explore, check out the jobs board, which I believe is somewhere around the park, and see if we can find something to earn a little bit of money. Hopefully we're during the right hours. I believe it starts at 7 a.m. All right, it says, howdy there. Swing by the Hey Now Equestrian Center for the best training in town and test your horsemanship in our competitions. We're open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. All right, so this is, okay, kind of just an equestrian center to hang out, a park, a little bit of places to eat, places we can have Kentucky take a nap. That looks good. All right, we're going to head over here to the job board, which we are seeing some townies from other places hanging out. Community jobs. All right, we can train a neighbor's horse. Now our horse riding skill will increase the payout. Guided noon trail ride takes 4 hours and requires a horse. Horse riding and endurance skills increase the payout. Give horse riding lessons for adults. I feel like that doesn't make sense because we literally just learned how to ride a horse too. Then again, training a neighbor's horse doesn't make a lot of sense either. Um, let's see, haul neighbor's hay cargo takes 4 hours and requires a horse. That one kind of makes sense. That seems like something we could do without having actual knowledge of horses and such, beyond the basics that we do. Teach barrel racing, 160 to 410, depending on our skills, and teach Western pleasure. Again, okay. And we do have other options here with goats and sheep. I want to wait a little bit on this goat and sheep situation until we have a bit more of an established home, or at least until we have a bed and some basics for both Clara and Kentucky. I think we're going to go with the haul neighbor's hay cargo, and we're going to take Kentucky as our partner in crime here. So looks like she's going to, okay, she's heading right to her job. She's got to get down from the horse awkwardly. And I have a feeling, yep, that is a rabbit hole, so she's heading off to there. We'll come back when she's done. Okay, she should be back any moment now, and while she was away, I have been trying to go around the world here and explore all the little nooks and crannies that I can get to and see what's available. I found a couple more spots of prairie grass that I have her queued up to take care of, and then I'm going to have her run all the way back here to use the bathroom. All right, let's see. We hauled neighbor's cargo. Clara finished hauling her neighbor's cargo, which improved Kentucky's endurance skill. Being a horse lover, Clara has a special way with horses. The job was done more effectively and smoothly, earning her an extra tip. We earned 227 simoleons from that. That is going to be very helpful for getting us started. I think our main thing will be getting her someplace to sleep and someplace to eat. I think for today, I hate to waste the money on doing an entire grill, but I think that's going to be our best option, is to just grill a whole plate, and I have lost where the grill was. I could have sworn there was one here at the park. There it is. I am just blind. Okay. So after she uses the bathroom, hopefully she washes her hands. She has 2 of them. Okay. I think she is probably going to make, let's see, is there anything? I can't remember if any of these are, oh yeah, the Three Sisters chili. I think we'll do that. It's a lot of money, and I'm hoping that I will have enough. Was she warm? She was. Harvesting prairie grass is great. Ask some Sims about harvesting prairie grass for fun, and they'll give you a weird look. Ask Clara the same thing, and her eyes will light up. Okay, fair enough. How exciting! Clara made a discovery while searching the prairie grass. She found a morel mushroom. Those, I believe, are quite expensive. Yeah, 36. Oh, it's tempting. We can eat it or sell it. Okay. I didn't even know we could do this. How did I never notice that before? That's been there, I know, but I didn't realize that was what it was for, I guess. Interesting. Okay. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell that. I know that it would make a lot of money, but my goal is to use fruit-based things for our nectars. So, grapes being the primary choice, keeping it semi-realistic, I guess. But we might explore others as we get more established. But I guess just to set limitations so that we're not, making life too easy here. And yeah, $36 items going into the nectar is probably going to create some pretty pricey nectar. Whoa! Did you even? Yeah, I guess you did go while you were in there. I suppose that's what happens when I put it on fast forward the whole time. But it takes 20 minutes just to walk across town. All right, we're walking on through here. I wonder if I can Call Kentucky in. Yeah. Although I don't know that I want to do that. Do we want to hang out here? I suppose it wouldn't be a bad thing. I love how Kentucky ran over to say hello. Do you need something? Oh, you're hungry. So are we. Okay, hand feed, some prairie grass, and what was the other? Oh no. Energy is low. Yeah, understandable. Okay. We're going to let her finish up and eat something. Let Kentucky get a little bit of a nap. And then go ahead and... Actually, she'll probably, with the settings I have, she'll probably set that food down and feed Kentucky first. But it will probably get interrupted because of the fact that Kentucky is asleep. I know that happens with the pets. Isn't that the principal? Why is she here? Very interesting. This is taking quite a long time. I think like literal hours. I hope that's not another bug. We don't need more bugs. Okay. Well, I don't want you to clean it up. Alright, I think I'm going to fast forward here and hopefully she'll finish this and I don't end up losing my money. If we do, I will probably cheat it back and make a second pot of this. Alright, so we pretty much had to give up on that idea of grilling out, but I was taking a look through things and actually a lot of the stuff in this pack is quite cheap, so I think we should be able to get a few things to get us started. It's only 50 simoleons each to have the feeder, and the bedroll did cost us quite a bit there. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do much here as far as, let's see, maybe take it off of here. We might have to wait on at least one of those if I can find some kind of small appliance that's cheap or something like that. Okay, so if we sell the sleeping bag, we could get a cooler. But if we... Well, we could continue to hand feed. Nope, that's still not going to give us enough for the sleeping bag. So I think we're going to go ahead and get the cooler because I think that's more desperate right now. We can always find a bench for her to lay on. So I'm hoping once we get things, once we get like a stove or something, we'll be able to actually eat. You know, I was actually realizing that I have heard issues of other people, or I have seen reports of other people having issues with eating or finishing eating. Oh, actually, there's a water trough over here. There is not anything for... Oh, we got some prairie grass. I might sell some of this prairie grass. Go ahead and fill this with the prairie grass. She's doing much better now that she's had something to eat. So you go ahead and, yeah, eat your granola. You're really smelling pleasant, I can tell. But other than that, doing pretty well, all things considered. We have a way to feed and water the horse, and we have a source of food, and hopefully with selling some... I'm going to go ahead and just sell this whole stack of prairie grass. And for now, actually, I want to... well, I don't have enough skill yet to fertilize the plants. Oh, we found prairie grass nectar. Okay, it hasn't aged. We don't really have the resources right now to do that. So we're going to go ahead and sell that. Still not enough. Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to be enough either. let's see. We need to find a way for her to get some sleep. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, super foggy, and we can harvest this grape again. Okay. Oh, I don't know how much I can push her. She's walking so slowly. She's so exhausted. I think she's most likely just going to pass out. Kentucky is doing fine. Hunger's a little low, but she does have a source for that. I'm going to head over by the other plant and pop down this grape so she can plant that right away. Not eat it. We need a place for her to rest. I need to find a bench. I need a bench. Is this like the only area in town that does not have a random bench? I think we're going to have to head back into town after she planted that and go ahead and sleep on a bench in town, because I think that's about our only way of, survival at this point. Go ahead and water that real quick. And then we're going to head into town. You water that. All right. Let's head back into town, get some sleep, and with that, we are going to end here, and we'll come back for day 2. I mean, we've technically already started day 2 because it's already like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, but we're going to try to play like a day or 2 at a time, depending on how long it takes. This first episode of any new Let's Play always super awkward and weird and setting things up, and hopefully we will see you back for the next part. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day.